So today we are going to study about this lesson, The Macbeth and the Three Witches by William Shakespeare. And so you will be learning about the Duncan King of Scotland and what actually happened and what this whole story is all about. Now, the Duncan, the King of Scotland, uh, he's got some. So he was revolted by some of his own people, Baron, Macdonald. So a fierce battle actually happened up, and everyone helped him. He was able to win the battle. Now, after all these scenarios, what actually happening? They both were coming up now, and all of a sudden, Macbeth and Banquo sees that there were three witches, and all the atmosphere, everything changes up, and Macbeth and Banquo both were confused, like what actually happening up over here. So Macbeth was confused to see such a strange things happening over here, and the witches they were all looking like withered and wild. So withered is connected with like they are quite old and quite very dry skin, saggy, and wild means their clothes, their appearance, they were all not looking well. They did not belong to this world, and so they were even having beards as well. Apart from that, Macbeth then said to these three witches, "If you can speak, what are you?" And the first witch said, "Hail, Macbeth, Thane of Glamis." Now, the first thing is true in reality that he was a Thane of Glamis. Thane is a kind of a term which is given to them, according to this old notion, is like a lord or a baron, and then the second witch said Thane of Cawdor. Now, he was not the Thane of Cawdor yet, but the second witch actually did some prophecy. Now, the third witch said, King hereafter. And after hearing all these things, Banquo said to Macbeth, like, Sir, why you are looking so shocked when all these things are very quite pleasant. And these are all good things which these witches are saying right now, and it might happen that it can become true as well. So Banco was also confused, like, is it real or it's all just imagination, or they have eaten some poisonous roots due to which it is all happening. Now it was all of a confusion, and the three witches prophesied. Now only one thing was true, that he was the Thane of Glamis. Apart from that, the second and third which we said, Thane of Cawdor. So then Banco said, you haven't said anything about me. Is there any future that you know or you would like to speak about? And then the first witch said, Hail. Second witch said, Hail. And the third witch also said, Hail. And after that, first witch actually said, Lesser than Macbeth, and yet greater. Then the second said, Not so happy, and yet happier. And third witch said, Father of kings, never a king yourself. And all the three witches said, All hail Macbeth. And now, after that, what actually happened? Macbeth uh, started like, tell me more about this, and he wanted to know because after his father's death, he became the Thane of Glamis, and he have been there, and the Thane of Cawdor is still alive, and the king himself is a very generous king, and everyone loves him. So it's quite confusing for both of them to say like, how is it possible? So there seems like, where do you get this information all about, and why you have stopped us? So what all this information? How do you get this kind of information? So is it valid or not? And that all happens, and in the meanwhile, what actually happens? The witches vanished. So they have gone, disappeared, and at that moment, Banco said what they were and where they gone actually, and Macbeth said they actually vanished now. They gone into the thin air. So everything disappeared now, and they were all alone. And at that point of time, Banco said, "Is it possible that what they have said, or we have just had or eaten something else?" Okay. Now after that, Macbeth said. So Macbeth said, "Your children shall be kings." Banco said, "You shall be king." Then again, Macbeth said, uh, "Thane of Cawdor." And Banquo said, "Precisely. But who is here?" Now, all the things over here, like the children, son of Banquo, will become king. And apart from that, Macbeth will also become the king. Now, both the things at the same time cannot be possible. So there is something going to happen in the near future. And after that, Bango sees something like the two peoples are coming now from the other side. And he said, "Who is here?" Now after that, Barons, Ross and Angus enters into the scene. And Ross come to both of them, Macbeth and Banco, and says that the king is very happy with your performance and what you did to our country to defend that. So, as an honor, there is something special for you. And then Angus says that the king desire your presence, so you need to come and visit the king so that the honor can be given to you and the thank uh, in a personal manner. And there's something else as well for you. After that, Rose says like as a token of appreciation. So from this moment, you shall be the king. I'm sorry, you shall be the Thane of Cawdor, and as well as to the, in addition to the Thane of Glamis as well. So both the positions will remain with this Macbeth. Now Banco was quite shocked to hear this kind of things, and he was saying that does this evil can speak the truth, or even evil knows the future. So Macbeth was quite confused, was happy as well, and he asked to Ross and Angus, both of them, that how can it be possible, like the uh, Thane of Cawdor, he is still alive, so how can I be the Thane? How can I become? Angus said he actually rose and joined the revolt. He joined the rebel, the Macdonald, and the other who uh, came with the Norway's king, and because of this, they were actually going to be punished for this treason. So treason is something related when you go against to your country, when you do not be loyal to your country. So at that point of time, either exile or treason that will be proceeded against you. So Macbeth now was quite happy, and he says like Glamis. Okay, so he is now the Thane of Glamis as well as Thane of Cawdor, and more things will going to happen in future. So there is a lot of things which is remaining now, and he will hear it soon. So all this thing he was saying to himself that the best is yet to come. And after that, he pointed and said to Ross and Angus that thank you for all of your pains. Like you came here to us in this deserted heath, and thank you so much for informing us. And he was quite happy about this. Then after to Ross and Angus, he said to Banco, "Do not you hope for your children to be the future king?" So as the witches have prophesied about this. So Bango said, "Yes, promises. These are the things which were said by the witches and evil powers. They are coming true now, and what I hope for the best. So, but this little promises, they keep to betray us." So that was something very complex. That what he said, because it is all connected with evil powers. And what will happen now is Macbeth, because now he became the Thane of Cawdor. Now there will be some kind of fire which will be ignited in him to rise to the above level, even if he has to do something wrong. So that was the thing which Banco was come some sort of assured. Now, at this moment, Macbeth is lost, and Rosen Angus left the scene. Now, he's quite lost in himself and was thinking, and there were so many things he was going around in his mind. Two truths. One, which is actually now became real. He became the Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Glamis as well, and one has to be come true. So he says it is the only beginning now, and helped by this invisible powers, and everything is going with him in a very joyful manner. And these things cannot be bad, neither be good as well. So he is also quite confused, like what he has to do next now. And it gave him actually hope that that future he will become the king. Obviously, power is related with some sort of responsibilities as well, but for power, most of the time people actually do some wrong things, and they can go against the right path as well. And in that lesson, he said that the very thought of murder is enough to paralyze me. So he's quite sure now. He has made up his mind that to become the king, obviously he has to kill the current king. Mango said he is lost in his own thoughts. Might be he's thinking something else. Macbeth, in his own deep thinking and thoughts, he said, "It is my destiny to become the king." So Mango said it is something new, might be he's shocked and he will get used to it. And then Macbeth said again in his own thoughts, and Macbeth said that it will come to an end as all things do. So he's quite sure about this, that at the end everything will be ended up, because if you're doing something wrong, obviously you will get through it. So you cannot run away when you do something wrong, so you cannot go away with that. Now Banco actually wants some attention from Macbeth because he's lost. He said, "Macbeth, worthy Macbeth, attention please." And after that he asked for his forgiveness. After that he asks for his forgiveness, that I'm sorry, I was lost in some kind of thinking, and we need to do a lot of things. Lot of things actually happened in today, and they were very strange for us. It never happened before. I request you to think please about this, so that we can discuss in our leisurely time. Whenever you have free time, we can discuss about this today's events, and we need to do some future planning as well. Mango said, very gladly, we will do that, and this all scenario, all these things come to an end. And Macbeth said, let's move now, let's come friends. And this scene actually ended now. So it's an excerpt from the complete play by Shakespeare, the Macbeth. So if you want to see more about this, what actually happens at the end, please wait for that. I will try to make some more videos and will complete this part as well. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, please share it to others as well. Like, share and subscribe, and also write something in the comment box as well. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.